Football fans, welcome. You are live with Third Down with Morgan Holder. I am Morgan.
And I'm Holder. Thanks for joining us today. We got a pretty good show ahead of us.
Holder is coming in as via phone from Texas, but he's not a Texas fan.
Nor am I a Texan. Okay, so let's get that straight. No disrespect to Texans, but this is not my stomping ground.
I mean, you claim to. You know what? We're going to save that conversation for another later. Anywho, I want to give a shout out to First Take Undisputed and Mike.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to get used to that.
You're going to have to all the way until next year too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. I mean,
Just
I'll give my shout out to Stephen A.
That's right. He's the
Give
best.
that. I get that out. Mike is okay, but they're not the elite.
Oh, they are close. Are close.
No, you're talking about Ryan Clark's pivot. Speak for yourself, Acho, and get up with Greeny, man. Come on.
You only say Ryan Clark because he's a former Pittsburgh Steelers.
Exactly. A Super Bowl winning Pittsburgh Steeler, Ryan Clark.
Is that the last time y'all got a championship? I'm just going to ask that question.
Let me. Can you count the Minnesota Vikings Super Bowl?
We're
championship.
We're gonna go ahead and change the subject. Yeah, change the subject. Can't go on right now, Holder. You are something else, my guy. But you know what?
Yeah. Okay.
We might be 0-4 in the Super Bowl, but we have the best record between Pittsburgh and Minnesota right now. You know what? Before we go on, just like Minnesota having the best record, I spanked you last week in the picks. And when I say spanked, I mean spanked. No comment.
Am I supposed to respond to that?
I was hoping you would. No comment. Okay.
Am I supposed to respond to that?
I mean, you said, and I clearly, and we can go back from last week. You said that you was gonna beat me, and if you beat me, then I have to pick my fingernails. But who won? It's the question.
Am I supposed to respond? Here's the problem. I take chances. This week's picks.
You say that every week.
They're going to be a white glove slap in the face for you.
One of those picks will. But you know what else?
We'll get to that when we get to our picks.
But
let's just move forward.
But you know what's crazy?
You do this all night.
I can. What's crazy is that we both have Buffalo winning, of course, against the Patriots, right? I wasn't expecting the score to be so lopsided. And when I say lopsided, I mean Buffalo blasted the Patriots 24-10. I mean, I was not expecting that at all.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I
didn't think that would be a close game at all. I mean, do you really think the Patriots are that good?
I'm not saying the Patriots are good, but Buffalo has had its moments so far since losing against Minnesota. So I'm just assuming they will.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think they can stop Mr. Diggs. Mr. Diggs was looking pretty good.
He only had 72 yards with 7 catches. How is he looking good?
Excuse me?
I'm just saying.
Diggs has 7 catches for 92 yards.
That's what I said. 92 yards for 7 catches. That's not good. It's okay.
That's not good. 92 yards is not good for a receiver.
Not against that sorry team.
I don't understand your tactics, but okay.
I'm just saying, Patriots terrible.
47 yards is not good. 52 yards is not good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, I have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure Justin Jefferson had more yards than Diggs did against the Patriots.
This is not a Justin Jefferson Diggs.
I'm just saying.
Against the Patriots.
I'm just saying, Josh Allen is 10 times better than Kirk Cousins.
When we get to Minnesota,
I'm just saying.
Let it go.
I'm just saying, Josh Allen is 10 times better than Kirk Cousins. Just saying. Do you know who also had a? But you know who had a good
Let's
game?
go to the next game. Let's
Well,
go to the Vegas Raiders
But hold on, before
and
we
the Chargers.
before we do that, I want you to know that James Cook, Dalvin Cook's little brother, had 64 yards, which I think was good because he's a rookie. So you talk about this Chargers and Las Vegas. Let me tell you before you say anything crazy. Yes, I had the Chargers going to the Super Bowl when we first did this, week 1. Injuries happened, kind of shot me in my foot. Then I was like, oh, going to the playoffs. Now that they lost against Las Vegas, I think the playoffs are done. I think they're not going to the playoffs. They got routed against Las Vegas, who, by the way, this is upset. This really is an upset game for Las Vegas.
Which was my point. I said, if the Chargers lose to the Raiders, will they still be a playoff?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I mean,
well, let me see. What can we? Is this due to injury? Is it due to inconsistent play?
I'm gonna say
coaching.
I'm gonna say all between because yes, defense has some injuries, but it's time for other players to step up, right? So if coaching is seeing the other players ain't stepping up, it's time to say something. Be the vocal, especially if you don't have that vocal guy, right? The coach has to be the vocal point too. I mean, for example, Jacobs had 144 yards with 26 carries. Adams had 8 catches for 177 yards with 2 touchdowns. Like, I mean,
think about it.
Something has to give.
Did to Seattle in overtime, right? And then he comes and plays the Raiders or the Chargers and obliterates them.
I mean, I'm not saying Josh Jacobs isn't. I'm not.
And Adams are getting that flow.
I think it's too late for them to get that flow. They should have that flow beginning of the year, and that's what we talked about when that trade happened. I said Carr's got a good receiver, and he was like, let's find out. And right now, in the middle of the year, and why I said middle of the year, because there's only 5 games left before playoffs. So middle of the year.
That's the same thing they did last year. They started late. Remember, they got in that groove. And
that's true.
That big game against the Chargers at the end of the season.
But do I think it's too late?
And Pittsburgh got into the playoffs.
So let me ask you: do you think it's too late for Vegas to get in the playoffs this year? They won 2 games already in a row. Do you think it's too late for them?
I can neither confirm nor deny. Therefore, I will not answer that question.
I think it's too late for them to get in the playoffs. But what do I know? I'm just amazed by how Josh Jacobs is coming along in the last 2 games. Like, I mean, I knew he was a good running back, but I would consider him an elite running back at this point. I think he's up there with Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook.
He's good. I think they're just finding their chemistry, like you said, late in the season, which it takes. But I didn't think it would take that long. Maybe 5 games.
I was thinking 4. I was thinking 4 games, but I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out. They play tomorrow against the Rams, which I know the Rams has a lot of injuries. But again, I guess we'll find out tomorrow when Las Vegas play how serious this team can go.
They play the Yams.
They do. They do.
I said Yams. Focus.
I mean, the Rams has a lot of injuries. I give them that, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
What do you got next? Come on, give me something good.
Something good? Cincinnati beating KC. That's something good. That is something good.
That's not good.
Because that's the third time this year.
Supposed to lose.
This is the third time that Cincinnati has beat KC this year. Think about it. The playoffs, before the playoffs, and now.
let's just focus on the 2022 season. Okay.
I'm just saying that was 2020. That was 2022. The playoffs were 2022, right?
Let's focus on the 2022.
That was a 2022 season.
First game to this game. Okay.
Okay, they still beat them 3 times this
They
year.
beat them twice in the season.
Oh, and okay,
That
if you want to be technical, yes,
what,
they in the season.
What was the? Did you watch that game?
I did. I'm gonna have to say the breakdown came with KC's defense because, and when I say that, and hear me out, I know there's some Bengals fans, and I'm not bashing the Bengals, so don't think that. I'm saying when Chase only has 97 yards, and you have Kelsey who had 56 yards, like the Bengals defense put him in check. But also, I think KC could have done better against the run. I mean,
oh well, you know what? That got his information, man. What's his name? He put a beating on Pittsburgh pretty good. Thank God it was only in the second half when he started, but that guy is strong. He's a beast.
He is, but again, when you put one of the best receivers in the league in check, I think KC.
Would you start with the receivers? Okay, listen to me, man.
I'm just saying. I think KC should have.
KC could have did better against the run.
They could have.
And that's what we're talking about.
I mean, 106 yards.
Chase, we know who Jamar Chase is, but there's a rising star in the backfield.
But you know, he's been in the league for what, 4 years now. This running back's been in the league for 4 years. I'd never heard of him until this year, to be honest.
Yeah, what's his name? Pierre, I think Pierre or something like that.
Something like that. He had 21 yards.
Piron.
21 carries for 106 yards.
Piron, yeah, he's
pretty impressive.
Pretty good, man.
Especially coming in for a guy like Mixon, like you said, Mixon.
Oh my goodness! Did you see the stiff arm he put on?
Oh my God! Like I'm trying to figure out where this guy came from because again, he's been in the league for like 4 years. I've never heard of him.
Well, think about it. You got Joe Mixon, okay?
That's true.
So when this guy would come in for Joe, it wasn't a big thing because he wasn't getting a lot of reps and all this other stuff. But now that he's the guy, that's what I'm saying. That next man up mentality, man. I mean, did you have any stats for this game?
Yeah, I just said 21 carries and 106 yards.
Okay, but what about the quarterbacks and the receivers? I know you said Chase only had 97 yards.
So,
97 yards is good.
It's good. But Burrow went 25 for 31, 286 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mahomes, on the other hand, Mahomes wasn't the Mahomes that we knew. He went 16 for 27. 1 touchdown, 223 yards. Every time Mahomes don't get his numbers, they lose. And I noticed that this year. He has to at least get at least 300 yards plus to win the game.
You know, I'm starting to look at Mahomes like a trip to Costco. You plan on spending so much money, but you wind up overspending.
That's true. That is true.
They offered this dude like he was the second coming.
Oh God! They gave him this big contract.
A million.
Somewhat.
Million.
For what?
500 million.
9 years? Was it 10? Was it 10 years? I knew it was something like that. 9 or 10.
9 to 10 years. Yeah. I mean.
And now look, like he's playing like he doesn't know how to play football. Like.
Well, he's still good. I'm not taking.
He's good. Don't get me wrong. But here's the thing, though.
I think he's.
You need to play to your full potential and not down to someone else's potential. And when I say that, again, I'm not bashing Cincinnati. Don't think that Cincinnati fans, but I'm just saying I think Joe Burrow played to their potential, and that's what cost him the game.
Yeah, but you got to look at this, too. Not every quarterback has a great game.
That's true.
He's had some bad games. I think he's still – I don't think he's 500 mil worthy.
No.
250 250 like Watson, but Watson's rusty. But maybe 250, 300.
I'm gonna say close 350. 350 the max for him.
500 is a little excessive. When they made the deal, I was like, oh my goodness.
I thought it was
dudes get an injury.
yeah, because okay, think about this, right? If he gets injured, guess what? That's what. Yeah, spend that money on him for 10 years.
Yeah, but there may be something in this. There may be a clause in the contract.
Yeah, that's true.
Some type of contingency plan if this guy goes down. Could be a career-ending injury.
And I mean, anything can happen. Just like what happened in New England before TB12 got there, or before he got started. Like that anything like that can happen.
Well, you're going to use that as an example.
That's a good example.
What about when Joe Theismann went down with his career-ending knee injury?
That was before my time.
Oh yeah, I forget you were born. Aren't you a G? What is that? A Gen Zer or something like that?
I don't know what kind of gym. I don't know what kind of gym I am. I just know.
Are you an X? You're an X.
I just know I was born in the late 90s or 80s. That's all I know.
Generation X.
I just know I was born at the end of the 80s. That's all I know. But I mean, you should be happy about this. I mean, they barely won, but against the Atlanta team, by the way, who's terrible. But they won.
What are you talking about?
The Pittsburgh beat Atlanta.
Atlanta is like what, the fifth best rushing team in the NFL?
Have you seen their record?
Are you kidding me?
This was an upset.
I don't care about that. Rushing, and we shut down number 84. Just put him to bed. Put him to bed. What is his name?
Cordell Patterson.
Cordell Patterson. Good. I mean, dude is good.
I can't believe it. I'm still can't.
Age too.
I think he's like 33, 34. But I'm stuck because the Vikings had him and they had Percy Harvin. And they let both. I mean, anyways, I'm just lost. Like, but I mean, Pickett he did pretty good. Okay, I'm saying about he didn't do pretty good. He did all right.
Pickett did excellent.
You said
okay. Wait a minute.
16 for 28 is excellent with 197 yards. It's excellent. That's good.
Well, I'm talking about overall. He hasn't thrown an interception in 4 games. 120 something passes with no pick. Come on, that dude is so smart.
I wouldn't go that far yet. I wouldn't go that far yet.
My downfall is Deontay Johnson. He is dropping passes. They just gave him a contract.
But that's the thing. That's the thing though, because didn't when
Deontay had 11 targets.
Because when it happened before, didn't y'all trade Chase Claypool because it happened because he couldn't catch passes when they would hit his hands? Do you think Johnson should be next?
I think so. I mean, think we should go out and get Addison in the draft.
I mean, the ball's hitting your hands. Why can't you not catch it?
Here's what I see. Here's what I see, Morgan, and I want you to listen closely because fans, you heard it here tonight. You know how Burrow got Jamar Chase?
Yep.
I think Pickett is going to get Addison.
Is that something you think or is that something you feel?
I think Pickett is going to get Addison because Addison's name has been coming up.
I mean, if they do that, that's
look
good.
At the history with Addison.
I mean, if they do that, that's going to be really good because that gives them another a receiver like for example, like Hines.
Not big.
No, I know, but that's what I was going to say. Like he reminds me of a Hines Ward because Hines Ward wasn't big. He was quick and strong.
No, but I don't think Addison is as physical as Hines Ward. Come on. Let's be realistic.
He's not, but his size makes up.
I haven't seen a receiver in the league that adds up to Hines Ward's physicality.
Oh God, no. I'm just saying though, like he could play like that though with his height, because he's not big. Hines Ward wasn't big,
He's not big. Neither is Calvin Austin III, but that still remains to be seen.
He's out for the rest.
We got another W.
He's out for the year, though.
Yeah, that's old news. Come on, Morgan. Stay with the program. So, this being said, we're going to move on to the next game.
Man, this one. I am so happy.
Worthy of talking about.
What? We are second in NFL with the best. Okay, I can't say we because I didn't play. Minnesota is second in the league with the best record. It's Philadelphia, then Minnesota. Like we might escape, but a win's a win. Yes, we beat the Jets. By the way, Jets is 10 times better than the Atlanta Falcons, by the way. Just so you know.
The Jets aren't that good. Look at their record.
The record? Are you sure you want me to do that? Are you sure?
Yeah,
you are about. The Jets is 7-5. 7-5.
They are not great, and that's not a great record.
But they're above 500. When you look at if you look at the Atlanta Falcons, but if you look at the Atlanta Falcons, they're 5-8, and y'all barely beat them. 5-8.
Smashed them. What are you talking about?
You guys beat them by 3. You didn't smash them. You beat them by 3.
Minkah Fitzpatrick would have ran it in the end zone. That would have put another 7 on the board when he picked it up. Come on, man.
You beat them by 3.
Stop.
Beat them by 3.
Stop.
No.
Dude,
beat them by 3.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
No, because you said you smashed them. You beat them by 3. If anybody's seen that game,
smashed them. I said we could have smashed. Minkah would have ran it in the end zone.
Didn't happen, did it? Didn't happen. Doesn't matter.
No, it didn't happen. It didn't happen because what? He wanted to put the game away. He don't want to go back on the field to play defense. But these Minnesota Vikings have been known to in the playoffs.
That's the playoffs. What makes me irritated the most is when Jefferson don't get his yards, we lose. But for some odd reason, he didn't get his yards against the Jets, and we won. I don't understand it.
Just because they were playing the Jets.
The Jets is good. Anyways, I'm about to have a heart attack over here. I mean, when you have two receivers that have 90-yard, when you had a rusher for 90 yards and then you had a receiver for 162 yards, like you're expected to win, right? And then, not to mention, your quarterback had over 300 yards. I mean, he went 31 for 57. But when that happens, like you're expected to win. I'm saying Mike White is not that good. Like people. Oh, he's good. No, 31 for 57.
Let me ask you this: is Mike White better than Zach Wilson?
I can't confirm that because Zach Wilson, his percentage is better than Mike White's, but I can't confirm who's better, who's not.
Since Wilson has been benched, how many games has Mike White won?
2.
Right.
But Wilson won 3.
But Wilson being, I don't know if he would really still consider him to be a rookie, even though he was hurt last year.
No, because no matter what, if you played a little bit like your rookie season and you got hurt, you're still considered this to be your second year.
Well, I understand that, but you didn't finish the season, right?
That's like true.
Burrow.
But Burrow should have been considered a rookie last year either, because he wasn't a rookie.
Well, I know. I'm just saying Burrow got hurt his rookie season.
Yeah, I know. He
finished the season.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, you
don't think that could happen to Zach Wilson? I mean, because you know what? At the end of the season and start of the new season, there's going to be a quarterback competition again. Yeah, it's true. You're right. I have to. I can't see the Jets drafting a quarterback.
I mean, they have 2 good quarterbacks they can mold in Michael White and Zach Wilson. They can mold them players, but the question is the Jets willing to do that? Because you got to think the Jets used to be good, years ago, right? And then that Mark Sanchez incident, And then all of a sudden, when that incident happened, they flushed down the toilet. Like they was a team that you never thought would win a game. And now look this year.
Dude, White almost threw for 400 yards against you guys.
We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about that. Almost doesn't count. Almost only counts in first year.
So your secondary is what? What's going on with your secondary?
Young. A lot of we got two of our defensive backs out that we need. Harrison Smith is getting up there in age. I mean, other than that, I mean, everybody else besides Patrick Peterson and Harrison Smith, all of them are young. All of them are young. We got those are the only two vets we have.
So I bring up secondary, but the pass rush has a lot to do with that too. I mean,
our pass rush hasn't
can't make those throws.
Our pass rush hasn't been good for a couple of years, and they don't want to spend the money. I get it. They don't want to spend the money. They rather draft. To me, why not spend the money on a good pass rusher then draft a couple? I don't own a football team. If I did, that's the way I look at it.
There's a new season coming up in the draft, so maybe they'll.
Honestly, I want a quarterback in the draft. I want a quarterback in the draft. I know that sounds crazy, but I want to draft a quarterback.
So you're saying you can't find a quarterback and a pass rusher?
I'm not saying. I want a good quarterback. A good quarterback.
I mean, so you guys are what? You guys are going to be near the bottom.
Yeah, we're probably going to be in the late 20s, mid 20s, something like that, give or take.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting CJ Stroud from Ohio State, or even that youngster from USC, because he's pretty good.
You really think he's going to be there?
No, but
that late?
No, but you will never know. I mean, look. I mean, Kenny Pickett fell out laps, so you know what I mean. You'll never know.
But somebody like that, you're probably gonna have to deal for. You're gonna have to wheel.
That's true. I mean, and that young kid from USC, I wouldn't mind getting him either. He reminds me of a Patrick Mahomes almost. Kid's accurate. His accuracy is really good. And I get it, it's just college, but his accuracy is really good.
Yeah, that's college.
So.
And you said the same thing about Pickett.
You're a hater. Oh man, you are a hater.
Anyway, so you guys get another victory.
Yeah, if we beat the Lions this week, I keep on saying we. If Minnesota, because I'm not playing, if Minnesota wins against the Lions this week, we clinched our division. We clinched it.
Do you have what it takes to beat Philly?
I'm quiet because
you have what it takes to beat the Cowboys. Come on, the Cowboys are waking up.
Well, you got to think that we lost by 14 against Philadelphia, and that was our first loss in week 2. That was our only loss all the way until we lost against the Cowboys. Honestly, at this point, I think we have what it takes to beat both those teams. I think if we beat Philadelphia and the Cowboys, or even just one, I think we can make a big stretch in the playoffs. I'm gonna be honest, because Philadelphia is sloppy. They're sloppy playing right now, especially when they lost against Washington. Look what they did against the Colts. Like, it was a sloppy play. Even this past week, it was sloppy play.
Yeah, well, as it stands right now, you guys will have at least one home game.
Oh, definitely. But we have to. I keep on saying we. Minnesota has to win more games than Philadelphia, so we get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So if Philadelphia
is fine, that's your team. That's your team.
I know, but I'm not. When I say we, it makes me feel like I'm playing, but I'm not playing. But
we know that
the Vikings has to win all the rest of the games, and Philadelphia has to at least lose one game, and then we'll get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And we'll come down to the long stretch, and I was looking at our schedule. Our schedule should be, it's easy.
Yeah,
and I say that, but upsets can happen.
There you go. If they go in there with the mindset that they're playing a contender, and play at that level, they'll be fine. But if they underestimate the teams that they're playing against,
Well, and that's the
it's
thing.
gonna
Like,
be ugly.
but when we play against good teams, like we only, we beat them by 3, minus the Dolphins and minus the Pats. But we play against teams and we only win by 3. So
well,
I'm
I guess we'll see the remainder of the season. What we have 4 games left.
we got this 5 games. Well, after this we could be 4 games, but right now that stands as 5. So I mean,
okay, well, let's go to this week's picks because I'm going to spank you this week.
you are not going to spank me this week.
Oh, dude, you're going to think you stole something, the spanking you're going to get.
You didn't spank me. I mean, you're not going to spank me. I mean, so tomorrow, we both got Las Vegas picking the Rams. I'm going to tell you why I picked Las Vegas. The Rams are just injury waiting to happen one more time, and they're done for the rest of the year. Like, Stafford's out. They have no running back. Cooper Kupp is out. Defense is falling apart. I mean, they had to go get Baker Mayfield. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe he's there for moral support.
he's a cancerous. Like, what support besides getting rid of other people that shouldn't be getting rid of? He went to Carolina and he broke that team apart. You seen Chris?
Yeah, well, teams are desperate. Maybe they're going to go with the guy that they have now, and Baker is that guy's backup.
I mean,
clearly,
well,
you can't open the playbook up to him.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, that quarterback that started last week, he's questionable. So who's they going to throw in, a punter or a kicker? Maybe a practice squad quarterback?
Well, back in the day, and I just bring this up briefly, the Chicago Bears went through all their quarterbacks, and guess who played quarterback? Number 34.
Walter Payton.
Number 34 was the third string QB, and he was pretty good.
So, and that's like you remember when Antoine Randall, when he played for Pitt, he played receiver and he also played quarterback. So yeah, anything's possible.
Yeah, but he didn't start at quarterback.
No, he didn't. But he was good. But
Walter Payton started at quarterback. So maybe they have a player on that team.
Maybe, but I just don't see them beating Las Vegas.
It'd be a good time for them to have Taysom Hill with them.
Oh God, he's playing tight end. I didn't know he's playing tight end for New Orleans. I thought he was still.
Absolutely, yeah.
I thought he was just. I thought he was a backup quarterback until I was watching that game. I'm like, holy smokes, he's a tight end.
Oh yeah, he's big. He's a big dude.
He is. Man, this next pick was kind of iffy for me because of last time when the Jets played Buffalo, the Jets won. But I had to go with Buffalo on this one because they're at home, and 2, they got to win. They have to focus on the playoffs, so they have to take out the Jets, especially if they want to win that division. Take out the Jets.
Oh goodness, I picked Buffalo too, but looking at the Minnesota game, the Jets gave you guys a pretty good scare.
So did Buffalo.
Toward the end of the game.
Buffalo did too.
And listen.
I'm listening.
Minnesota isn't playing Buffalo.
That's true. They're not. But the Jets is.
So I got the Jets. I got Buffalo, but
I was going to say you got Buffalo on my notes. Now you didn't get the Jets. You got Buffalo.
I had the Jets the last time they played Buffalo.
You did. Shut up. You did.
I don't want to bring up old stuff, but okay.
You know
what's the next game?
You know what's crazy is that you picking Cleveland. And you talk. I mean, you had no choice. You had to pick Cleveland and Cincinnati. I picked Cincinnati, but you picked Cleveland, and you want both of those teams to lose. How's that possible for both teams to lose?
How can I not pick one of them? Okay?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Here's the reason that I picked Cleveland.
I'm not picking Cleveland because I don't like Deshaun Watson.
Cincinnati down one more game. Not Cincinnati down one more game. Right? If we win this week, and Cleveland wins, we're still tied, and
Yep.
we still have to play Cleveland for the tiebreaker.
But wouldn't you want?
Right now,
But wouldn't you want Cincinnati to win, Cleveland to lose, and then Baltimore to lose as well?
no. I want Cleveland to go down a notch. Baltimore's going to go down a notch when we win. And then Cleveland and I will still be. I don't think Cleveland is going to win out.
Oh, definitely. No. I know we talked about. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But no, I don't see Cleveland winning out. I got Cincinnati because last time Cincinnati played, yes, Chubbs ran over Cincinnati, but the Bengals didn't have Jamar Chase at the time. He was injured. So now, now you're fully getting all your whole team back. Hopefully, Mixon comes out and plays. Because I don't think Cleveland can stop Joe Mixon. Seriously, and Deshaun Watson, he's playing like a little high schooler. He's rusty, really bad.
He is rusty, but I'm not going on the Deshaun Watson theory, okay? Because they can yank Watson and put what's his face?
Jacoby Brissett.
The quarterback.
Brissett.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett. They didn't put Jacoby Brissett back in and Watson. But
you think that's going to happen?
Any sense because they're paying Watson all that money. But I just picked Cleveland for the reason of Cincinnati hopefully losing another game.
But here's the thing, though. Cincinnati beat KC. KC is way better than Cleveland.
Are you listening?
Are
you listening? What kind of game is this? It's an AFC North division game.
I'm just saying here. AFC North division game. But I'm just saying Cincinnati beat KC. KC is a lot better than Cleveland. So I'm just saying.
Is KC better than Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Did Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati in game 1 of the season?
That was game 1, and that was barely.
Did Pittsburgh win?
Yes, but look what happened. Cincinnati smoked you guys.
That was an AFC North game.
But Bengals won, though, didn't they? The second game y'all played.
This is an AFC North game.
But, again, yes or no, did Cincinnati beat you guys in the second game?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
then.
It's still a divisional game is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, I know what you're trying to tell me, but I'm telling you right now.
Stop playing jacks. Get up off the floor. Stop playing jacks.
I'm telling you right now, Cincinnati's going to win. Cincinnati's going to win. And I'm going to say the score right now. You ready for it? It's going to blow your mind. 21-10.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm going to beat you this week, and I got Cincinnati winning. You got Cleveland winning. I'm saying 21-10.
Yeah. Okay. I'm saying 21-10 Cleveland.
Okay, we both got 21-10, but we both had different teams winning. Next pick, we both got Dallas, and usually you go for upsets, but we both have Dallas. Dallas by far is way better than Houston, hands down. And they're.
I mean, Minnesota knows that.
Shut up. That was old news, my guy. Old news. Minnesota still has a better record than Pittsburgh.
What was the point spread on that game? Oh my God, I can't. It was
40-3.
It was pretty big spread.
It was 40-3.
You remember that score, right?
I do. It's my nightmares. But you know, I can't even be serious with you right now. Oh man.
I mean, we can move on to the next game. It better make you feel better.
No. You know what? You like to joke on me a little bit. So you know what? I'm gonna let you joke on me. But again, who's in the playoffs right now? The playoffs started today. Who's in the playoffs? Is Pitt?
Start today?
I'm just saying they did. Is Pitt gonna make the playoffs? If they did.
The playoffs start today.
Okay. Who has to win out? Who has to win out to make the playoffs? What team?
Who has to win out to get home field advantage?
Doesn't matter. We're in the playoffs.
Doesn't matter. You guys. Oh I hate to say that, but your first game you're gonna lose.
Negative, boss. Negative.
Oh my goodness.
Negative.
Oh, my.
We're gonna win just like when
You guys are barely going to escape Detroit if you escape Detroit.
we're gonna beat Detroit. Ain't no problem. We're gonna beat
You sure
Detroit.
about that?
I'm 110% sure we'll beat Detroit.
You know, last time I checked, I think you guys were going to the Motor City.
That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where we go. We're gonna win. We went to Buffalo and won.
Really?
Yeah, a win's a win.
I think they like to win for that coach they have out there, man. They really love that guy.
But it doesn't matter. We like our coach. We like Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Just saying. You got Minnesota winning, by the way. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Why?
Yeah.
Because usually you
I'm
go.
supporting you.
Because I'm support you. You didn't support me last time when Buffalo played Minnesota.
My heart says Detroit, but I'm supporting you because we've known each other. I've stood in blizzards with you. I didn't go back inside, and you were wearing a white beard T-shirt.
First of all, it wasn't even a blizzard. It was barely cold outside.
It was 10 degrees.
It wasn't. It was maybe 30 degrees. Maybe.
It was 10 degrees outside.
No, it wasn't. It was 30 degrees.
Move on to the next.
But I'm just trying to get you to answer the
It
question.
was 10 degrees.
I'm trying to get you to answer the question. You say you're
I
supporting
know
me,
you're a Minnesota fan. You like cold weather.
but you're supporting me, but you had Buffalo beat Minnesota last time.
Just because I knew they would beat Minnesota, and because it hurt your feelings.
It did. It broke my heart. I wanted to cry.
I just didn't know how sensitive you were, but okay.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive when it comes to my teams.
I started to send you roses.
Oh God. I mean, you know what? Speaking of Minnesota, you know, Holder, when the apron you got me for my birthday, I'm looking at it right now. And yes, it's a Minnesota apron. I'm gonna have to wear that. I'm gonna have to wear it for Christmas.
That was a mistake.
That was not a mistake. Anyways, Holder, we both have Tennessee and Jacksonville. Usually, you pick Jacksonville. This is another surprising game that, like, it took me by surprise because usually you pick Jacksonville over any team, but this time you got Tennessee over Jacksonville. Why is that?
I think Tennessee is pressed. They have to start winning games.
That's true, but don't Jacksonville?
In my heart, I think Jacksonville is going to win it.
But don't Jacksonville have to win out to make the playoff?
Tennessee makes more sense. I don't know what their record is, but they've lost a few games that they shouldn't have.
We'll look at it real quick because I'm kind of curious because I like how they're 4-8.
They should be they're 4-8. I thought they were top of the division.
No. Them and the Colts are tied. The Colts Colts is 4-8-1 and Jacksonville is 4-8. Tennessee is 7-5. So yeah,
I was about to say.
So yeah, they have to win out, just like Pittsburgh or Cleveland. They both have to win out. And you know, we talked about like Lions. The Lions gonna be good next year. I think Jacksonville's gonna be really good next year. I mean, they're molding together. They're being really, really good with each other. I mean, they're 3-3 at home. It's the away games that they have to get over because they're 1-5 on away, which I know is kind of hard to win away games. And then 1-2 in the division, 4-4 in the conference. But with that being said, I think Jacksonville next year will be where Tennessee's at, and that's top of the division. I could be wrong, though.
You must be psychic because I don't see that. I see him being good, but I'll give him a plus one more year.
And the only reason why I say that, because Tennessee's one-dimensional. Like, they don't have – all they do is run the ball. They might throw it here and there, but they really run the ball a lot.
Well, that's what wins games.
Yeah, but if you're one-dimensional, people's going to catch up to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Control the clock.
Exactly.
And it helps play action. They're not terrible at that. They just I think their defense is not as good as it should be. Trevor Lawrence is going to be good. He's getting better.
I'm gonna say next year they should be playoff contenders. The following year, definitely playoff contenders.
Oh boy.
So just like the Lions should be playoff contenders next year. If not next year, definitely the following year. If not, then they are sinking for a reason. I don't think the Lions have been in playoffs since maybe the early 2000s. Jacksonville's been in playoffs, a couple of years ago, but I don't know.
I'm not going to touch. I'm not going to touch that.
You know what's crazy is before I go in this next pick, you had Giants beating Washington last week. I had Washington beating the Giants. They both tied. Which was
though I picked the Giants to win this week.
No, you got Philadelphia with me. We both picked Philadelphia. The question I was going to ask you though, do you think Philadelphia's going to smack the Giants, or do you think it's going to be an iffy game?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm just asking.
It's a divisional game. It's not going to be close. I mean, I'm predicting that Philly will have their backups in third quarter.
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to take that out of context. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, especially you're 11-1, and if you're up 21-0, or even 21-3, I think it's time to go ahead and send your second string in for the rest of the game.
Well, it's not even that to protect the starters. It's just because the score will be so high.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, why even just give some of your backups some exposure?
Exactly, and not just that, but help them with something. If something really happens, if say Jalen Hurts goes down, you need that quarterback to step in there and do the right thing. Why not?
I mean, makes sense. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't think they'll put him in with a 21, maybe a 28-point spread or a 24-point spread.
I'm just saying 21-3 because the Giants ain't that. The Giants ain't great. They are lucky.
21-3, I would not put my bench players in at 21-3. That is there.
I mean, okay. At least 21-3.
Maybe, but I'm talking third quarter.
I'm saying 21-3 at least start of the fourth quarter. 21-3 start of the fourth quarter. Go ahead and put your second string in. Because if not, it's gonna.
I might lean a little more there. I don't know.
Because if not, it's gonna be a blowout. I mean, Philadelphia is. Even though they struggle here and there, they are a really good team.
Never know. They might suffer a major injury.
That's true. That is true.
We don't know. These are the teams that we have Philly to win.
That's true.
Because of your statistics and the talent. I'm going with the talent.
I'm going with stats.
And the chemistry. The Giants can't match up with them.
I want some input. I want some input from our subscribers and listeners. We haven't done that, for this show this week. But go ahead and any games that we've talked about or get ready to talk about, give us your thoughts, your opinions, and tell us why. If it's a stat thing like me, if it's a stat thing, or like what Holder says, the good players. The good players.
Too much talent.
But and that could be.
You really think Danny Dimes?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It could be.
They got sued.
That's what I'm saying. It could be with any. I'm just saying it could be with any game. It don't have to be with this game. It could be any game for the week that the listeners, subscribers could tell us what their opinions is. If it's stats like mine, or if it's talent like yours. I want to know their input.
It's talent. Clearly, it's talent.
I'm not saying for Philadelphia. I'm saying for any game.
We're not going to even discuss it because talent wins games.
I'm a stats guy, and so far I beat you with stats. Anywho,
right. Okay, Mr. Stats.
I smacked you last week. Anywho, next game, you're going to be happy with this because I was borderline picking Baltimore if Lamar Jackson was going to play, but I had to slide over and take Pitt. So you should be happy.
We own Lamar Jackson. What are you talking about?
Again, you might own him, but he needs that contract. He wants that big contract.
He's not getting it, dude.
Oh, he's going to get it.
Sometimes we have to do this.
He's going to get it. It might not be with.
Turn down the contract, a healthy contract.
Okay, so hear me out when I ask you this. Hear me out. Would you
And
rather?
You yourself said he's leaving.
Yeah, he's going to
You
leave.
said that.
Would you want to stay with a team that's refusing to give you help, or would you rather see what's out there and maybe take a splash in free agency?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. If Minnesota takes a chance of picking him up, I'll be happy.
He's not going to wear purple anymore. He's done with purple.
I'm just saying. Who do you think so? I mean, Houston needs a quarterback.
Negative.
The Saints needs a quarterback.
Negative.
Maybe Seattle.
I'm pushing more towards Washington.
I don't think he's gonna go to Washington. I really don't.
Washington has talent out there.
So does Minnesota.
Hmm?
Minnesota beat Washington, but we got talent too.
He's not wearing purple. He's done with purple.
I mean, I'm just saying.
He's done with purple.
You know,
I think he'll go to the NFC where they don't have a whole lot of talent, and he can win.
that's true because the NFC don't have a lot of talent. We talked about this. If it came down to it, AFC would win. Like back in the Pro Bowl days, the AFC would win. They would smoke NFC hands down.
Yeah, I could see him going to Detroit.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're right. No, I guess we'll find out. During the off season. Next game.
Oh man, he went to Detroit. You guys have a heart attack.
No, just put a spy. Gotta play a spy. Contain him.
Yeah, okay.
Contain him. That's all.
Yeah, you guys contained Hurts really good, didn't you?
Shut up. Hurst didn't really run against us. He threw the ball against us. Jackson's iffy at times when throwing the ball. Iffy.
I just did that to spike your blood pressure, man. You're good.
I know, you almost give me a heart attack. Next game, we both picked Kansas City. Of course, against Denver. Kansas City is hands down way better than Denver. And Russell Wilson's having a terrible year this year. I mean,
Russell Wilson is having a great year of failure.
oh, God, man. Like, he's not even playing like the Russell Wilson that we know when he played for Seattle. I don't know where this guy.
For the guy.
Yeah, me too. I think he might as well go ahead and retire. I think he's done.
You don't think there's talent around him that's not playing up to the potential, or it's Russell Wilson?
I think it's Russell Wilson. Because you think about it, when he didn't play for a game, I think it was a game he didn't play, they almost won. With him in, I like Russell Wilson, but I think it's for him to hang it up. I think it's not for him to hang it up.
I'm not going to be quick to judge him. I mean, he's had some good years behind him, and I think, maybe they'll do some things this year with the draft and also maybe some coaching changes.
Maybe. I mean, they got a new coach already. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens.
Me personally, I think it's the John Elway Kings. Ever since he got in the office,
Oh, God.
they haven't had a great quarter. I mean, they had Peyton Manning. He struggled because of his neck injury. But
Yeah, but he won a Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? But
yeah, and they haven't had anybody since. I mean, it's just, was it Brock Osweiler? Was 6'8"?
yeah,
He was horrible. I mean, he failed, but
and
I'm not
here's
going to write.
but you have
I'm
good
not writing Russell off yet.
you have good receivers. You have a good running back. I mean, he's out though, of course, but I don't know. Maybe it's the line. I don't know. The next pick, we both got the 49ers. Even with Jimmy G out, I still think the 49ers are going to beat Tampa Bay. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
that.
that Purdy, that rookie, he looks really good.
Who did you say?
Purdy or whatever his name is.
Purity.
I don't know. Purdy. I don't know his freaking name. I don't need to know his name because he's not going to start no more.
Dude.
When Jimmy G gets back, he's not going to play no more. But I I like him. He's a young guy. Maybe because he got a good team around him. I don't know if that's why he's good, but he has a good team.
Well, I think Tampa Bay's defense is suspect. I think they've been exposed.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
got injuries.
Well, not even the defense. The whole offense has been exposed. I think the whole team has been exposed, to be honest. I mean, they almost lost against the Saints. The Saints, of all teams, almost beat Tampa Bay with Andy Dalton being a quarterback.
Tampa Bay is not. They had that spark a few years ago, and that
When they cheated against Kansas City?
It's time to pass the torch.
Oh, definitely.
I don't think they have it anymore.
I mean, they have a good team over there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the coach. I don't know.
Maybe it's the quarterback.
Yeah, I honestly think he has a lot going on this past year. I think he should just step away, gave it up, retire.
Yeah, I think he should change his jersey to
everybody's saying that he's the GOAT, right? But I don't think he is because they forgot about Drew Brees. Drew Brees had his numbers. He was number one in everything until he retired.
That's probably why he played another year, because he wants to finish on top.
Yeah, but I don't think he's the GOAT. I don't care what he does. He's not the GOAT.
I don't think he's the GOAT either. I mean, I don't think what's his face was the GOAT, number 22 for Cowboys.
Oh, Emmitt Smith. Sorry, but yeah.
Clearly the GOAT was in Detroit, and he wore number 20.
Barry Sanders. Yep. I agree with you.
GOAT.
I agree with you.
If Barry wouldn't have retired, no one would touch this record. But that's him. So I digress.
And the reason why Barry Sanders retired because the Lions wasn't doing anything. They wouldn't
release him. He wanted to trade.
They wouldn't do anything. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They wouldn't release him.
He
retired.
Yeah, he wanted to be with a contender. He was getting up there in age. He knew. I mean, we can go on all day about Barry Sanders, but yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, like you. He was getting up in age, like you.
Hold on, you're older than me, my guy. You know what?
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna expose your age on the air. So.
Hey man, I'm 58, going on 70. So what?
58 going on 70. You're older than my grandfather. Anyways, we both pick Seattle. You know, every time I pick Seattle, you always dog me. You always somebody else.
No, we couldn't have picked Seattle.
We both got Seattle this time.
Tell me why I picked Seattle.
Because they're playing against Carolina?
Why I picked Seattle.
Because they're playing against Carolina?
And Carolina is a contender?
Nope.
Are they contenders for first round pick?
Yep.
Or number one pick?
1 and 2.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, you always dog me when I pick Seattle.
Carolina, interesting story with Carolina.
They got rid of Baker Mayfield.
For a quarterback in the draft, aren't they?
I don't know because they got two. I mean,
no, I said they were in line for a quarterback.
Oh yeah,
last year.
Yeah. They drafted Ole Miss, the Matt Carroll, but he got hurt.
You said that Pickett would go to Carolina.
Oh God, old news, my guy, old news.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that quote?
I do. Cause I clearly said Carolina. Who else I say? I said Houston. There was another team too. I can't remember who it was. Houston, Carolina. Maybe Seattle. I can't remember. It was a couple other teams I said that needed a quarterback.
Yeah, you were rambling off all through the draft, and I was like, and then when they started passing that pickup, I'm like, dude, this dude's gonna fall right in our lap.
And he did. So did Calvin Austin. He fell into your guys' lap too, which was surprising.
So you don't think Carolina's going to go and get a quarterback in the draft?
No. They got. I mean, Sam.
But they're clearly poised to get one.
Well, Sam Darnold, he's coming back. I think he's playing this week. Like I said, Matt Carroll, he was out for rest. He only played preseason, got hurt, and he's a rookie they got from Ole Miss. So
Corral.
Corral, yeah. So
you don't think they would pick a quarterback and use Darnold in a trade?
I mean, they do
for another draft pick.
Darnold
later in the season or next year.
Darnold isn't bad. I mean, he needs really good coaching and a good team. If it came down to it, I'll take him. I mean,
that's true. Carolina's a good team, right?
No. Hey, you know what? I can't say on the air, but HE double hockey sticks. No, they're not good.
Oh, you said worse. Okay.
They are playing like dog poop.
Really?
Yeah, they're a sinking ship waiting to happen. Like, you know, Titanic when the ship sunk because the iceberg and Leonardo DiCaprio died. That's what the Carolina Panthers is close to doing. Dying.
Leonardo.
Yeah, when he died on the iceberg or whatever for Rose or whatever her name is, you know.
No, he didn't die on the iceberg. He rolled up to a door. Come on.
He was in the ocean when he was in the ocean. He was in the ocean. I remember the movie. You know what? I don't remember the movie. I just know he died. Tell me my story.
Clearly.
Pretty sure it was the iceberg when he died, but okay.
What's the next pick, man?
Do you really want to know, or do you want to guess?
Well, I think your Super Bowl predicted Chargers.
Shut up.
Was the next game.
Yeah, they was.
And I think they're playing Miami, and Tua did not have a good game this last game. He was off the mark.
He got hurt again. I don't know what's going on with that guy. But yeah, we both got Miami winning against my fan favorite Chargers, who I had them with Super Bowl. Yeah, you're right. Again, injuries happen.
Tua was facing a good defense. Come on.
That's true.
49ers were all over him. If they didn't get him, they were pressuring him. So, I mean, playing against the Chargers, which has another Bosa.
Yeah, but he hasn't been playing because he's been hurt. And I don't know if it's going to be the game he's coming back in or if it's next game. But they do got Mac.
Anyway,
they do got Mac. Mac's over the other end.
They're not going to be playing the same type of defense. So
no, obviously not.
That's the reason why I picked them to win. And the Chargers haven't impressed me, but.
And the reason why I picked the reason why I picked Miami is just because the Chargers they have some issues to work out, and I don't think they're going to work them out until next year. So,
yeah, I'm curious as to what issues.
Injury issues.
I mean,
injury issues.
Issues. Yes. Communication issues.
It could be both. Like I know injuries for sure.
Execution issues.
I'm saying injuries and communication. It's the two top.
Okay, well I'll buy that for $1.
You know what I'll buy for $1? Arizona beat New England.
Oh God, you know, because they have the guy that you're hyped for quarterback, that dwarf guy.
First of all, I think I'm tolerating him. Secondly, I don't like Robert Kraft and his sex trafficking ways, so I pick Arizona.
I like Kyler Murray, but I just don't.
Do you think the Patriots has what it takes to stop D-Hop?
I think the Patriots has what it takes to win. I'm not saying they'll stop D-Hop.
So now you are a Robert Kraft fan.
No.
What is it with you? What is it with you? So hold on, time out. So you pick Cleveland. You pick Cleveland to win over Cincinnati, and Cleveland has the sex addict quarterback. Now you're picking New England to beat Arizona, and New England has the sex trafficking owner. So what is it with you this week? It's like you're a sex artist or something.
You know, you're airing too much crap. Okay.
I'm just saying, you pick two teams.
Nothing to do with those two offenders, okay?
I'm just saying, you pick two teams with sex offenders.
Clearly, a clear-cut case of me winning the picks.
You're not going to win this week.
Okay?
You're not going to win.
Just
Not going to win.
cut it, and I am going to beat you this week, and you are.
You say that every week, and I think you beat me once.
Sobbing.
I think you beat me once.
3 times.
I'm sorry, 3
You're
times.
saying that you beat me every game this week, every week. No, it might have been 4. You know what? Let me look into the history.
After week
We'll talk
4,
about this next.
after week 4 or week 5, I beat you every week besides the week before last.
Here's the problem with that. You're guessing.
I'm not guessing. It's a fact.
I'm going to go back and look at all the pick sheets.
You should.
And next week, we're going to discuss this because it'll be another victory in my column.
No. So when I beat you this week, I don't want you to cry, okay? I don't want you to whine. I don't want you to text me about, oh my God, Sean, you beat me again. None of that.
You know, I never get a chance to do that because you start way before the last game is over, texting me, blowing up my phone. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Oh my God, this dude. Let the games play.
Because I want you to, and what happened? I won.
You say you're going to beat me.
And I won.
Because
and I won.
You always just.
But I won. Even though I texted you before last game ended, I've already won. 2 of my games won already.
What did you just say, Morgan? You
Just
said you're going to text me and say you beat me again.
I'm gonna text you that. So I text you, I'm gonna text you and tell you I beat you.
I was going to text you.
No, I said
tell you that
no. I said I don't want you. I don't want you to text me whining or crying about me beating you.
What is that? You know what?
That's what I said. I understand. Understand that you're a little older. I understand you're a little older and it's past your bedtime. But please open your ears up.
All the people that follow you, you're embarrassing them right now.
You're embarrassing them because I'm beating you.
No, you're embarrassing your followers.
Okay, when I beat you this week, I'm gonna take a. Hey, I love to win. I'm very, very competitive.
Have you heard of this thing they call karma?
Yes,
I'm a believer in that.
But this ain't karma, because I mean, I haven't done anything. It's not karma.
Clearly, you are going on bellowing about your win and boasting, and
I'm just, you're just a sore loser.
You're like T.O. right now. You remind me of T.O.
T.O.'s a good athlete.
No, T.O. was an idiot.
He was a good athlete.
And no, T.O. was an idiot. Anybody
good stats.
Says they're better than Jerry Rice?
Okay, he was an idiot on that part. He was an idiot. He's an idiot part. I mean, I'm trying to be better than Stephen A. Smith. So.
Excuse you? Nobody's better than Stephen A. Smith.
I said I'm trying to be better than him.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm gonna be the next Stephen A. Smith. I'm just saying.
No, you're gonna be the next Max Kellerman.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you. On that note, Holder, you know what? It's time for us to wrap this up because you just made. I'm about to have a heart attack. You're just mad because.
Before we sign off, please give the listeners and subscribers, and I'd like to send a shout out to subscribers and listeners on Facebook.
Definitely. I mean, we're getting more looks and views and stuff on Facebook than YouTube, which is kind of surprising.
It is, but hey, YouTubers, I love you too.
I love everybody that comes on, listen to our show and hopefully get a kick out of us because we're doing this because I like to give people information. I like to tell people how this is like a hobby for me. Let's put it that way. This is a hobby for me, and it keeps me going. It takes my mind away from work and puts me in a position where I love sports. I love football. So
away from work, you love your job. What are you talking about? Give the listeners and subscribers.
I'm just saying.
Contact information.
Oh, definitely.
Dragging this out.
Definitely. You ready?
To them.
So
reach out.
You can email us.
Doctor, help people.
I'm a doctor. They might die if I become a doctor. But anywho, You can email us at thirddownwithmorganholder@gmail.com. That's third down, 3RD down with morganholder@gmail.com. Also, go to YouTube page. That YouTube page is Third Down with Morgan Holder. You can hit the like, subscribe, comment, whatever you feel like doing. Punching the screen, throwing your phone, yelling at the phone. I don't know. You can do all of that. Also, my Facebook, look me up, Sean Morgan. Also, we have a Facebook page, Third Down with Morgan Holder. Again, comment, give us feedback. Again, yell, throw the phone. I don't know what you guys do.
Yeah, Barry Morgan.
So, I mean, if you like stats like myself, reach out to us. Let us know, hey, I'm with Morgan on this one. Or if you're a talent guy, you could be with Holder and tell us, hey, I'm a stat guy, or I'm a talent guy, and this is why. Please, just I like feedback. Tell us what we are doing wrong. Tell us what we can fix, because I want to keep doing this all the way until I can't do it no more. With that being said, Holder, you ready for this?
Sure.
What are you laughing for, Holder? Is it past your bedtime yet, man? You should be asleep.
We'll discuss it off air, okay? I don't want your followers to get their feelings hurt.
All right, Holder. That being said, folks, don't let fourth down get you.
Hey, and I'm going to sign out by saying stay penalty free. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.